what are we willing to pay for this deal? Based on the numbers that the owner's given to us, this is how we look at our terms. So we filled all this out. Let me go back and control Z this so it's the right number. Yeah, take this out. So this is basically what it looks like, right? We've filled out the unit mix. We've filled out the competition. We have filled in our financing term. The next step is to fill in our financing term. So it's like, okay, what are we willing to pay for this deal? Based on the numbers that the owner's given to us, this is how we run our, this is how we look at our terms. Are we going to have to get it financed? Okay. So then we need to make sure that the numbers work here, right? We're also going to try and get it owner financed, right? So what we do, you can see how I do it here is we do 10%, 15, and 20% down. And then the more you put down, the less your interest rate is. So 3%, 5%, whatever it is that you want to do. You could say 3, 4, and 5% is what you could do. Okay. So if I give you 10% down, I'll pay 5% interest. If I give you 20% down, I'll pay 3% interest. Now, these numbers obviously are just, whatever. Typically now I think we do 5, 6, and maybe 7% interest. Because people want to do that. But if I paid $1 million for this deal and put 10% down at 7% interest, I would have a 136% cash on cash return. I would have to come up with, I'd have a loan of 900,000 and a down payment of 100,000. Right? You see the interest that the owner would make is $538,000 in 10 years. So this number right here, like the total paid and the interest right here, these two numbers are kind of what we push on the magic letter. So the magic letter is the letter that we send out the offer letter. And that's where we spell these terms out. And then let's just say you do something where, like, let's just say you pay, let's just say I offered $2 million. It would show, that's 200,000. Okay. You would show, let's see what a really good deal. Let's do $5 million. Because this is a great deal. So that's why it's not working. But let's just say I paid $5 million for this deal. So, okay. So now you can see how it turns red, right? It's going to tell you like your monthly payment is $35,000. You're at a negative 35% cash on cash return. This is not a good deal. Red is not good. So you have to sit there and play around with the numbers essentially to come up with, what numbers would work for you. And everybody's different, right? Everybody's different on their numbers and stuff. But we typically for owner financing do 10, 15, and 20% down, 5, 6, 7% interest is what we do. And this is kind of the offer that we would make, and we'd say like, okay, we'll pay you $1 million cash. That's a 20% 23% cash on cash return. But if you own or finance, and leverage that money, then, you'll get a better cash on cash return. Or if you have to go to the bank and get a loan, it's a 53% cash on cash return. Okay. Now, remember, this facility is only making $35,000 and I'm paying $1 million for this facility. It's valued at only $115,000, negative $115,000. You could see that, right? So I'm way overpaying for this facility. All right. So I'm betting that I'm going to be able to stabilize this facility. Okay. That's what I'm doing because I know that in the end, I'll be at $3.3 million when I sell. Okay, based on trying to get it to 89 cents a square foot and getting the parking done. And the parking in the house doesn't add a lot, but getting it full because it's only at 46% full right now, or vacancy, sorry. Okay, so then what you could do, and then you look at the cash flow, right? So you could see here. And so then this is the cash flow tab, which is really basically the first top right here is what's showing you what's going to go on to the magic letter. The magic letter is where we spell out these are our offers, right? Our purchase price, our monthly payment, our interest rate, our terms of loan, our down payment, our total interest, and our net amount to the owner. Okay. And so this is basically where we're saying like, okay, what kind of a monthly payment do you want? Look here. What kind of an interest rate are you interested? Look here. What kind of terms of loan? Sometimes they want 5 years or 3 years. Sometimes it's interest only. Sometimes it's fixed interest. These are fixed interest. I'll show you how you could change it to interest only. But your down payment, right? This is what you're going to get for your down payment. Over the course of 10 years, you are going to make between 330 and $530,000 by financing this deal to us. All right. So you'll make 1.3 million to 1.5 million dollars if you order finance it. All right. But so they get to see all the different terms. They get to see it. And then we take the valuation, which is our cash flow, right? So you can see depending on what type of deal that they take. So if it's cash, owner financing 1, 2, 3, or bank financing, these are going to be your valuation current numbers. This is when you close on the deal, this is where your numbers are going to be. And after you get everything stabilized, this is where your numbers are going to be. Okay.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.